Welcome back. This week, London's flagship Nike store has a new mannequin on display. No, it's not some super fit Olympian-style demi-goddess. It's a great, fat, hulking model with gargantuan thighs and a bum the size of Skegness. Nike says she's there to celebrate the diversity and inclusivity of sport. Sorry, but this is a company that exists to espouse health and fitness. So why is it trying to normalise obesity with a mannequin who, if she was real, would be well on the way to an early grave? First, I'm guessing it's to pander to the PC Fat Acceptance Brigade, who are pushing the very dangerous message that any weight is acceptable, even if it kills you. And second, as our population just keeps getting fatter, Nike is desperate to exploit this untapped market. But just as it was dangerous to promote those skeletal heroin-chic models on the Paris runways, it's every bit as dangerous to be celebrating morbidly obese women. The obese Nike athlete is just a big, fat lie, peddled by one of the world's leading sports brands in order to cash in on a crisis that's killing people.
Wow.
You're rolling your eyes. Why are you rolling your eyes?
Let me
go on.
Say something.
Well, you're just rolling your eyes. You're not saying anything.
Well, first of all, Carol, you've been very honest and candid on this show about the issues you've had with your own weight.
Of course.
And you've written a book on this and spoken about your journey to losing weight and exercising and eating better.
And failing.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
Well,
I'm talking about the process.
Right.
So I'm surprised that you, of all people, would be fat-shaming.
I'm not fat-shaming. I hate that phrase.
So what is this,
Why
then?
Why is the concept of pointing out how dangerous obesity is, why is that fat-shaming? It's a ludicrous equation to make.
Then?
It's not fat-shaming. What you should be telling women is not that it's positive to be fat.
But it is demonising people over their bodies.
No, you've used two very explosive words. Demonising and fat-shaming. No one's doing any of that.
Well, if you're calling somebody's bottom the size of Skegness, I would say that's demonising.
My bottom is the size of Skegness as well. That's not the point. The point is, morbidly obese women are told it's OK. They're told it's body positive. It's OK to be that big.
OK, let me finish. So, therefore, if we're saying that being morbidly obese is a health risk,
it is. Surely
the best way to deal with that is to exercise and to start eating well. You need the clothes to do that activity. So isn't that what Nike are doing? They are providing a service to try and deal with the problem you're talking about.
Do you think because someone who's morbidly obese sees this Nike model, and I don't know whether you've seen it or not, do you think just because they look at that, that's going to encourage them to do sport? It's not due. They're not interested in sport.
Can I have a picture of Meghan, please? So this is a woman who has been inspired by that model and who actually will be using those clothes to work out. And we have a clip of her. Let's see what she has to say, shall we?
Yes, of course.
People of all shapes and sizes exist. They are worthy of being represented, and of course they are worthy of being catered for. Mental health is health as well, and when we harass people, when we demean them, when we teach people that they are worthless based on how their bodies look, we are negatively affecting their health overall, and the stigma that is caused by fat phobia and by body shaming also negatively impacts physical health. So there's a much bigger picture here to consider, rather than it's all about weight and weight alone, because we know it isn't.
Yeah, so let's incentivise people to work out.
This fat-shaming business is just, you know, the figures, the stats and the figures are quite clear about morbidly obese people. It triggers cancers, it triggers strokes, it triggers obesity, it triggers early death.
Why do people to contribute? Look, can I just say, I've got to support you in this. You are a good tabloid journalist. Your intro was very punchy, but it was incredibly offensive to fat people.
Yes, I'm talking about people like myself.
As am I. Now, it perpetuates the myth that everybody that goes to gyms is like the Shape of June or the Shape of Rachel, not the Shape. And they're not. People need a lot of courage to go to the gym if they're heavy, if they've got fat chests or whatever. If this helps women, if this helps some women actually think, oh, my God, well done, Nike. I am going to buy those trousers. I am going to buy that workout. And anything that persuades someone to actually go and tackle obesity has to be a good thing.
Do you think that's why Nike are doing it? Because they want to help obese people? Or do you think they're doing it for money?
It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Nike are doing it for two reasons. Obviously, one is to sell the equipment, to sell the gear. But if somebody goes into there and says, look, or sees this, even this, and says, hey, look, I can get this sort of gear, and it doesn't make me look ridiculous, and I can get... It's fine. I haven't seen that picture of me trying to score penalties. I feel a bit... I think it's time I went. But seriously...
But they can get that sort of gear.
There's a contradiction in your position.
Totally.
A contradiction. Well, because on one hand, we want to encourage people to get fitter, particularly people who are overweight. And you're basically saying they've got to do that,
no,
but they've got to buy them incognito.
You guys have totally missed the point if you think that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that this model in Nike is actually, it's not about losing weight, it's about money, and it's about pandering to a PC brigade. Well, and exactly what June's saying.
Good for Nike for making clothes available for people who of that shape and size who want to exercise.
The clothes
What's wrong with that?
They're already available.
Well, good for promoting them.
So what's your point then?
Anyway,
why do you take such offence when you see that, Carol?
The average dress, Carol, what do you think the average dress size is in the UK?
About 16 to 18.
It's 16.
OK.
And that's...
What's your point?
I mean, I wouldn't have said... I think that was about a 16 we were seeing.
No,
so
it was not. That was a size 20-something.
Was it?
And I say that as a fat woman. That is a size 20-something. No, what
Carol, can I just say something else about... You've got an an obsession with fatness, but actually,
no, I don't have an obsession with fatness.
You mentioned skeletal models. Anorexia as an illness has got an incredibly high mortality rate. Yeah. Obesity too kills, I think, something like 30,000 people a year, and 64% of adults are obese. So, big problem, but not as desperately worrying if you're a parent who's got a fat child. To see them exercising is a wonderful thing. If you've got a tiny, skinny
do you
mini
think I'm saying
who might be...
fat people shouldn't exercise? Because you've all missed my point, if that's the case.
I'm talking about normalising obesity.
I'm talking about...
by offering this range of clothes. That's wrong.
Talk about the heroin chic models in the sense that why was there not the uproar about... when the heroin chic model thing was going on, why weren't people saying, oh, that's a positive image to project? They weren't. They were saying it was disgusting. But we have a whole...
Can I say one
No,
quick
I want to finish the point. We have whole armies of people now saying that being as big as you like is positive.
OK,
not.
Let me just bring this in quickly. So 75% of women in the UK say they don't exercise because they worry they'll be judged on their appearance. The very thing that you are doing right.
It's not.
So this is a good message. Right. Yeah. Thank you for those facts and figures, June. Right. There's a long way to go in the Tory leadership contest. And there's a certain Downing Street resident who already seems to have had enough. Larry, the chief mouser, is a firm feline favourite and one that all leadership candidates are desperate to get on good terms with. Cue an attempt by Rory Stewart, who was encouraged by photographers to pick up the puss. Larry didn't seem keen, slinking out off the grinning hopeful's grasp. He later tweeted, "It was a good stroke, but I left when I realised the other 9 contenders might be about to copy him." With that catitude, Larry, you are our straight prowler of the week. So should the candidate have grabbed the pussy cat?
Absolutely, if that place is fan-based, well done, and feed it some whiskers or win a lot or whatever one gives a cat. Go cat, that's what you do.
There we go. That's it from us for this week. But don't forget to search for The Pledge on Facebook or Twitter to join in the debate. And you can now also listen to the programme on the go with Apple Podcasts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Provocative, straight talking, fairness, provocative, straight talking.